back to my Older Women Backpacking channel. By now you have seen the playlist of the Lone Star Trail. If not, then I will put that link down below. Wow, that was such a nice trip. I totally enjoyed it. Well, having gathered new gear this year, I made several gear videos on this channel, but today I'll share some things that I carry inside of my new Fanny pack. I won't be talking about every piece of gear in my pack, but most importantly, I'll mention all the gear that did not work out for me on this trip. I'll tell you where I'm going next and a special message. So what do you say we get going? Here is my Z-Pack's Fanny pack. I have 3 clips. I'll use the top one and put it on my chest. It worked wonderful. In it, I carried with me my toiletries. This here is a little container of baking soda. It is what I use to brush my teeth with. It's a powder. My toothbrush cut in half. My little comb, which I hardly ever use because I have very short hair. Then I have an extra small Bic. I have this for emergency. Really, I set up tarps with this, strap things together outside of my pack. Or this is my mini. It worked okay. I've only filtered water twice with it because we had our own water, and this worked fine. The water quality wasn't as bad. It was at Lake Conroe and another, I think Boswell Creek, and the water there was fairly okay. Pill fan, I carry Benadryl, Imodium. I carry ibuprofen as well as aspirin. I usually take one of each if I need it, especially towards the end of the day when I'm pretty sore. Prescriptions, don't forget those. I have a couple of Band-Aids. I like the knuckle ones. That's when I use the most. This here is Z-Pack's Kevlar thread repair. It's great for Dyneema sewing if you needed to repair your backpack or my Fanny pack or anything like that. And here is some tape. I used it for patching up my thermarest that I had a hole on it during the trip. This Petzl flashlight worked great. However, if you set it up on high, it will last an hour, and then you have to use low lighting. So if you think you're gonna need a lot of light to walk at night, you don't have any problems with this in your tent or in your campsite, but walking at night on high will only last you an hour, and it's charged with USB cord. In this mesh bag, in my outside pocket of my pants, and I got my soap. This is Cool Clean, which is I use on my smart water bottle to use the bidet system. My Pibella, which is urinary female device. I have a whole video on that. Here is a chapstick, and I use this for chafing problems if I encounter any of that, which I didn't, but here's my toilet system there. This is what 1 liter looks like. And I made the mistake not even realizing that I wasn't taking a liter bottle with me. I was actually taking less. I was taking 750, and I took 2 of those. That's 1,000 milliliters, not 750, so that's better. The CNOC bag what came in handy when I took water out of the creek. It has a nice opening up on the top here, so it's easy to get to shallow water. My umbrella, I used it one time and I realized that I was walking in the woods and it wasn't raining enough. It was just a shower, so it was not really needed. I'm not gonna take it unless I know that it's gonna be raining and you're gonna be walking on the roads. My cooking pot worked great. This little thing every now and then came off inside the pack, but that was okay. And if I am at camp and I felt like I needed a lid, I did this, and that was fine. It kept the boiling water in there. Most of the time it was just getting the water hot. I did not have an MSR red canister. I had another canister and it failed on me. I had like 20% liquid in there and it would not work anymore, so I threw that out. I bought an MSR and it never failed me, and I don't know why I used the other one, but this is my little cup BRS stove here with a tiny little big lighter, and this whole thing worked great with the exception of that fuel canister. I will not be using anything else but MSR from now on. things that I took with me that halfway through the trip I dumped, and that's because I wasn't using it. No mosquitoes or bugs of any kind, so you don't need that. This is a net, you don't need that. This is cotton balls with a Vaseline, great for fire starting. We never had a fire, so we don't need a backup system. I did not bear bag at all, so I left that behind. And I slept with a food inside my tent. I can also hang it by my pole in front of the tent too if I wanted to. And that takes care of my fanny pack and some of the items. This is my C-Packs backpack. It was a wonderful pack. I'm very happy that I got this. It's Sanima, and the bottom was very strong. It got a little dirty, but there is no damage whatsoever. It's great. The mesh was very nice. I put a lot of things in it, like my rain jacket. The pack has wonderful pockets, and you can reach your water bottle. I was not able to, so 2-liter bottles fit very well in here. I was not able to, so I used this contraption here to use for my water bottle. The rods are still in place. You can see that here, and plenty of room in the back. Kept my shirt nice and dry. The hip belt was a little flimsy, but yet sturdy enough for my 20 pounds. I did sweat in this area back here, but that was okay. My shirt was fairly dry. A couple of things here, a knife, and I have a compass, temperature, whistle, and fire starter in case if I ever need it. So that's my backpack. It is Dyneema. I am very happy with it. I do recommend you use a liner. It's not considered waterproof, but just water resistant. The highlight of my trip, I can tell you, is this chair right here. The Helinox. I didn't take the bag with me. I just took the chair. It's very easy to quick and put together. And this is the chair cover. I use this several times a day, lunch break, snacks, you name it. I would whip it up all the time. And I kept it on the outside of my pack so I can access it easily. I totally love that. The tent performed wonderfully. This is my Hyperlight 3-piece modular tent. I took all 3 pieces and it kept me nice and warm, performed wonderfully. And I use this to get on my knees every time I need either water in and out of the tent or anything like that. This is my food bag. It was wonderful. Here are my Ultras Lone Peak. These shoes are wonderful for trail running. However, it did not really do a good job for me as a backpack. And it's not that it's not a backpacking shoe. It's just that for me, I need more support. It is not just a matter of having a lightweight backpack for me. It is also how much I weigh. I am older and I realize that my foot structure has changed. And being a little chubbier also counts as weight on your feet. So it's not just a matter of backpack weight. It is a wonderful shoes, nice and soft. I replaced the shoelaces for these nice elastic ones. That was fine. And my problem that I was having is, first of all, I need more ankle support because I was twisting my ankle. And the second thing is, if you notice, very wide toe box. And so that means my feet, instead of being supported like so with the shoe, it was doing this. And I was creating a lot of pain and pressure in this area here. The bottom of my foot was fine. I was not having plantar fasciitis aches or anything. I realized that and the future trips that I'm coming along with is going to be rockier and more mountain region. So I'm going to be wearing hiking boots instead of this. Clothing, I wore this. This is pretty much all I needed. The puffy, if it got a little chilly in the morning, that would have been just enough. I was not having a wet shirt because of my backpack being off my back, so it didn't really need to bring extra changes of clothing. I had this my rain jacket. I used that as for my morning rain shower that we had, and it's good to keep a little wind and breeze off of you. So yeah, that worked one morning. This one I didn't really needed, but I did use it one morning. It was 50 degrees, so I did put that on, and I had carried these two things, and by day 6 out of the 10 days, when we had the Nero day, I left them at home. I didn't need them. This is merino wool 150, this is merino wool 250. Neither one of them I really need. When I go to the mountains, I'll probably will be bringing them. This is my vest, hunter style. I bought this at Cabela, and the use for this was to put it on my backpack, strap it around my backpack for hunting season, and it was very good to have. Felt safer. I was hearing gunshots all morning and even after dark, so I was kind of relieved that I had that, because yes, the hunters are out there and they were busy. So what's next? Well, we're going to do the Guadalupe Ridge Trail, and that is a trail that's 100 miles, and it's in the Guadalupe Mountains here in Texas. It is western side this time instead of the eastern portion. It's much different terrain. It's very scenic. The trail begins at the Caverns National Park and ends at the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. So that's coming up. So we're looking forward to that, and we're planning to do that mid-January. Before I get going, I wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. This year has been quite challenging for many of us. However, there are many things to be grateful for. I want you to be the light of the world. Keep inspiring. Stay strong. See you soon.